Hello and welcome to India Today. This is Anita Brito in conversation with the team of Afwaah. That's Bhumi Pednekar, Sudhir Mishra and Nawazuddin Siddiqui. Welcome guys.
Thank you.
Firstly, I'll begin with the captain of the ship. Quite an interesting title actually. मैं ये title की वजह से I will go and watch it on the first day, first show. I want to know the reason behind this title and when did you start writing the plot? How did this entire...
In fact, I mean, I think why hasn't anyone else made a film with that title? It was all around us.
Yeah.
I mean, so I was stunned that I got the title. I mean, as a Sunday, I said Afwaah and Sunday they gave me the title. I thought they would be.
It's quite
I mean, so it's all around us. Our lives are governed with rumors, by rumors, and you know, there's so much nonsense floating around that you sometimes don't know what to believe, what not to believe about yourself. So, I mean, I thought there's a film waiting to be made. So, I thought it's a very interesting premise for a thriller. मतलब कुछ हो भी नहीं रहा और हो रहा है, हो ही नहीं कुछ, लेकिन इतना कुछ हो गया, जिंदगियाँ बदल गई बिल्कुल, दो लोग का फल बदल हो गया सब कुछ लाइफ, और कुछ भी नहीं हुआ, और आखिर में फिर आप सवालों के साथ रह जाते हैं. And it makes for a very exciting thriller. It's a very quirky. But my films somewhere have a sense of humor. I started, my guru was Kundan Shah, right? And Saeed Mirza. So, I mean, if you see, I start with Jane Bidaro. So, all my films are slightly influenced. I can't go into that farcical space because that's not me. But, you know, my films always have a certain quirky, some sense of humor. I think if you don't make people laugh every 3-4 scenes, then it's a problem. I think people deserve, you know, that's part of the way you should make films. So yeah, I mean, it's a film about today. It's
very relevant.
It's very, it's about the nonsense that's happening today, and that's what it is. So that's why I made the film. I think we should intervene in our times, no? What will I tell my grandchildren? And not that I will have grandchildren, but still, what will I tell his grandchildren? For instance, what कि यार उन पूछेंगे यार आपके दोस्त ने क्या किया था जब इससे, तो मतलब कुछ नहीं किया था, बैठे थे ऐसे ही हलवा खा रहे थे. So we made the film, you know. I mean, everybody has to react to our time, our job.
You know, he rightly mentioned sometimes rumors literally change our lives. ऐसा आप दोनों के साथ कभी ऐसा हुआ है? One rumor that has actually changed your life?
I mean, fortunately for me, I've not had any rumor affect me as much that it held the power to change my life. But I've seen it happen to many people around me. You know, if we just kind of backtrack and look at so many things that we all have read, seen, and the impact of those things have been so massive. So I've literally seen families being destroyed, you know, people go from, you know, literally from right at the top, you know, being at their happiest most to being completely destroyed, and vice versa as well. You know, there are many rumors that work well for you as well, not most of the times. So that fortunately for me, nothing has affected me as much yet.
What about you, sir?
अफवाहों का बाज़ार गर्म है. तो मतलब जितनी गलाज़त मिल सकती थी, जितनी बेइज्जती मिल सकती थी, मुझे मिली इस लाइफ में. और दो तरीके हो सकते थे, या तो आप उसको सोच के बैठ जाओ, अंदर ही अंदर स्ट्रॉन्ग हो जाओ, वही एक तरीका है. तो इतनी 2012 से इतनी जलील अफवाहें मिली मुझे खुद को, तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है बाद में कि यार ये मैं क्यों आया यहाँ पे, ये मैंने चाहा था क्या? मैं तो अपने गांव में अच्छा था, तब सब अच्छा बोलते थे, लेकिन जैसे ही यहाँ पे आया और पैसा आना शुरू हुआ तो इतना जलील होता चला गया मैं. तो मुझे लगा यार ये कभी कभी तो ऐसा ख्याल आता है कि छोड़ के चले ही जाऊँ, वापस अपनी फार्मिंग करने लगूँ, जहाँ पे मेरे अपने यार दोस्त थे, जहाँ पे हमारा पूरा का पूरा परिवार था, ये सब पे किसान लोग थे, वहीं बैठ के जहाँ पे मैं खेती करता था. वो लाइफ ज़्यादा अच्छी थी इस लाइफ से, ऐसा महसूस होने लगा उन अफवाहों से. तो ये हुआ लाइफ में हमारी.
But how have, you know, being an actor, being a celebrity or being in the industry, you need to have a thick skin towards trolling, towards rumors, towards all the negative things that happens in this industry. How have you, all of you all, got used to this, or have you all got used to it, or you're still learning, and how do you cope up with it?
So you want to start?
No, you are the ones more affected by.
I feel like, obviously we do get affected by it. I would be lying if I tell you that I'm not affected by it. But how soon do you recover from that statement being made about you, or that rumor being spread about you, or how soon do you recover from somebody's opinion is what matters. When I started off, it would deeply affect me, but then luckily, you have a support system that tells you, it's okay, move on, and you slowly with time learn to move on. So today I've reached a point where till a certain level you can be thick-skinned. After a certain level you can't. Because by the end of it, we are not made out of cement, or we are not, we are living, breathing things, we are full of emotions, and actors are extremely empathetic, artists are extremely empathetic, and we will obviously be empathetic towards ourselves as well. We are not made out of rock. So it does affect me. I am thick-skinned, but there are certain things where like if you come on to my inner circle, if you come on to people that really matter, if you come on to my integrity towards my work. So I think that's maybe some place where I think I might not be able to handle it. I don't know.
Okay. Sir?
No, I mean, I see. I mean, there was a rumor that luckily was true, that I could write. So they said there's a rumor, I mean, this boy can write, and luckily I believed it and wrote. I mean, there are good rumors. I mean, everything starts with a rumor. Everything. There was a rumor that she was a good actor. Right, turned out right. There's a rumor that Nawaz has been around for 15 years, is a very good actor who's not getting his due. That rumor is right, no? But there was this rumor, right? So, I mean, it's when rumors turn vicious. It's when we start misusing them, when agencies start manipulating facts and telling downright lies and passing them off as truths, right? Which then you see that is having a massive effect on the lives. मतलब लोगों की जिंदगियां बर्बाद हो रही हैं और फिर भी आप लगे हुए हैं उसमें, फिर भी आप चालू हैं, फिर भी आप गलत बातें कर रहे हैं, आप देख रहे हैं लोग तबाह हो रहे हैं, फसाद हो रहे हैं, जिंदगियां ख़त्म हो रही हैं, आप फिर भी उस गलत बातें फैला रहे हैं. That is wrong, Otherwise, some rumors are nice, There was a rumor that girl was interested in me and turned out right. Wow,
That's flattering.
Turned out right, good. When you're young, some friend said, that girl, and she turned out right. Well, clap, 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 damn good. Yeah. No. So, I mean, the vicious part of it.
That doesn't work.
The fact changing, when there are alternate facts, right?
When you manipulate what your thought is.
When you start manipulating this, or when there is no room for the opposite view. कि दूसरा आप ख्याल ही नहीं, हर चीज़ कही जा सकती है, लेकिन अगर दूसरा ख्याल ही नहीं कहा जा सकता, when political parties start hammering certain views, and distorting facts, right? So I mean, then it becomes a problem. It's not an either or situation, It's just that it has swung so much to this extreme. It's not that there were no rumors before. It's not that there were no lies being told before. Right?
But do you think because
but
of
now
social
it's
media
swung to
things
so much extreme, becoming like rumor mongering, become an industry. So then it's a problem.
But is it also because social media has become the main, part of our lives now?
Yeah, I think so. I think social media is,
It has spread the rumor faster.
I think most of social media is harming people. They're getting obsessive about themselves. They're, I mean, people think that they're some, they should constantly record their lives. There's too much self-obsessiveness and narcissism spreading. अरे भाई जो तो आप लोग चुप रहो यार, कुछ खास बात हुई नहीं आपकी ज़िंदगी में, आराम से रहो ना यार, ठीक ठाक, मतलब जो हर चीज़ को आप मतलब एक फैमिली, people sort of keep, I even sometimes read on Twitter, oh I eat a pakoda this morning. What the hell is interesting? You ate a pakoda, you know, I ate a pakoda and you know, some shit, you know, write it in some personal group, I can understand, you know, we put things. So, I mean, people are kind of have a illusion about themselves. Everybody is is the hero of their own lives. एक ऐसा लग रहा है कि, you know, सब अपनी कहानियाँ सुना रहे हैं, you know, actually everybody is not the hero of their, some people are not heroes. You are a fool, you're a bad actor, shut up. No, you know, I mean, there's those truths, no. But everybody is, you know, every film is not good, right? Luckily, this one is, sorry, I mean, might not be. You know, you never know, you know. So, but there are rumors, you know. So, I mean, this is, I think, mostly social media is having a bad effect on individuals obsessed with themselves, sitting on their phones, right, constantly, you know, obsessing about what. And what are they looking at, I don't understand. I look at young people and they don't know anything. When everything is available on the Google, ask them a simple question about their own lives, about where they are from, they don't know. तो तुमको अपने पूर्वजों के बारे में मालूम, तुमको अपने खानदान के बारे में मालूम नहीं है, तुमको अरे दादा के बारे में पूछा तुझे मालूम नहीं है, तू बैठा गूगल में पूछ रहा है कि एंजेलिना जोली और ब्रैड पिट के साथ क्या हो रहा है, उसमें तू पढ़ रहा है, बेवकूफ़, तुझे क्या लेना देना उससे, मैं तेरी ज़िंदगी में उससे क्या असर होने वाला, सिवाय ईर्ष्या के और कुछ नहीं, तू जिंदगी तुझे मिलने नहीं वाली, तुझे प्राइवेट प्लेन मिलेगा नहीं, तुझे वो जिंदगी मिलेगी नहीं, तुझे वो कान में यॉट मिलेगी नहीं, तो क्यों पढ़ रहा है भाई, वो पढ़ रहे हैं और अपनी जिंदगी के बगल में कुछ हो रहा है, कुछ अच्छा दोस्तों के बारे में वो सब पता नहीं।
इसने चीज़ें इतना फैला दी ना कि पहले जब मैं जब ग्रेजुएशन कर रहा था तो या इंटर में था मैं, तो पिक्चर रिलीज हुई परिंदा, तो स्कूल के हमारे इस कॉलेज के सारे लड़के देखने गए और आके पता यार पिक्चर में एक एक्टर है, कमाल का एक्टर है और ऐसा एक्टर है ना। तो उसके बाद हम लोग फिल्म देखने गए, उसके बाद और लोग फिल्म देखने गए, ऐसे कोई एक्टर है, कमाल का एक्टर है, नाना पाटेकर, है ना। आजकल क्या हो रहा है, इस पिक्चर ने 500 करोड़ कर ली, अरे चारों तरफ 500 करोड़ 1000 करोड़ ये हो रहा है, मतलब तब पिक्चर देखने जा रहे हैं हम लोग, है ना। तो मतलब हम लोग जाते थे परफॉर्मेंस कैसी है, आज जो कलेक्शन इतना हो रहा है तो देखने जा रहे हैं, तो वो सब जगह चारों तरफ मेरे वो फिल्म की कोई बात ही नहीं कर रहा, कोई परफॉर्मेंस की बात ही नहीं कर रहा, है ना। तो हर जगह ये हो रहा 500 करोड़ 1000 करोड़, तो हम देख रहे हैं अच्छा इसके 1000 करोड़ इसके 500 करोड़, ये क्या हो रहा है, माय गॉड, सब मुंशी बने हुए टाइप में, कलेक्शन कितना हो गया
है ना कि बैंकर्स आर द ओनली थिंग अबाउट, यू शुड वांट टू अर्न मनी, लाइक ही शुड वांट टू अर्न मनी, राइट। तो ये काम करे उससे उसको पैसा मिलना चाहिए, लेकिन पैसा पहले हो गया, पैसे से इट्स लाइक बिकम वी आर वर्शिपिंग मनी इटसेल्फ, दैट्स द रॉन्ग थिंग। टू वांट टू अर्न मोर मनी और टू बी वेल ऑफ और टू हैव अ बेटर लाइफ, दैट इज यू नो अभी इट्स द वैल्यू सिस्टम्स हैव बिकम रिडिकुलस।
सब बैंडिट क्वीन रिलीज हुई, सीमा बिस्वास की परफॉर्मेंस देखी, और माय गॉड आई वाज शॉक कि इस लेवल पे भी परफॉर्मेंस कीजिए, इस इमोशनल लेवल पे परफॉर्मेंस कर सकती है कोई औरत, ये पहली बार मैंने देखा, मेरी लाइफ के परखच्चे उड़ गए थे। जो आइकनिक परफॉर्मेंस देख के हम लोग इन इस तरह की परफॉर्मेंस को देख के हम लोग भी मन किया कि मेहनत करें, आगे बढ़ें, है ना, और पैशनेट तरीके से अपने फील्ड में काम करते हैं। तो पूरा ही उल्टा हो गया अभी, पूरा सॉर्ट ऑफ यू नो, कोई परफॉर्मेंस की बात ही नहीं, कोई पिक्चर की बात ही नहीं कर रहा है, कोई मतलब अनदर लेवल पे कुछ हो रहा है जो हमारी समझ में ही नहीं आ रहा
बहुत सारी है।
हाँ, उसमें भी अफवाहें हैं,
इतनी अच्छा बिजनेस
आधे से ज़्यादा झूठ हो रहा है। मतलब फिगर जो है वो उस पे जाएंगे अभी 2000 करोड़ 5000 करोड़ पे ये सब चले जाएंगे और आप देखते रह जाएंगे टाइप में।
That said, Pathan has done well and was good.
Bhumi, you had something to say, to add to this?
I'm actually a little lost on what your exact question was because this turned into a very, very deep conversation which I was really loving. What was your question
So
specifically?
basically, because of social media, do you think this has changed the entire way things used to be in the past? How?
I mean, look, I feel with every new invention, things change, right? I'm assuming when like print press got going, rumors were spreading then also. Afwaahs were spreading then also. Just the speed at which they were spread and how many people got an opportunity to rectify those things were, I think, lesser. I feel social media, for me personally, is a boon. I love it. But has it made people lazy and has it corrupted enough minds? I think so, but it is also about the way you use it. I feel like there was a sudden boom where everybody was completely involved, but today there's enough conversation happening around it that okay, there has to be a certain balance in your lives. Why I love it is because it is educational to me. It helps me reach out to a large number of my audience, and at the same time it helps me make money. I'm being like as honest about it as possible, but this is my business. For many people that consume a lot of information without fact checking, I feel that's where it becomes dangerous.
There's a difference
You
between
know?
the internet and social media, no?
Yes.
The internet is good,
Yes.
right? I mean that I get so much information
Yes.
that I can send an email, that I can read stuff,
Yeah.
right? which
Or
I want to-
WhatsApp, or like messaging services. Like
I mean,
there's
some
so
things
many
that are good.
groups.
There are some things that are good, but this whole manipulation of
That is the bad part of it. But so like even when you look at like broadcast messages, there was a time where I literally had to like block my mom's friends because of the kind of incorrect crap that they were sending. It could be health related, it could be related to a socio-economic conversation that's happening in our country or globally. It could be related to anything, and it was all misinformation, and then I would actually go Google it and tell her that no, consuming or whatever, go tell an aunt that consuming this many kgs of this fruit is not going to help you lose weight, something as basic as that, because there is so much misinformation. Similarly, on like many social media platforms also, today I can stand and even if I'm not a public figure, but I can stand there and give a comment and be like, okay, if you practice XYZ thing for so many days, you will, for example, lose as many kilos. People are obsessed with information like that and they consume it, and this is something very small. I'm saying just imagine the repercussion of consuming incorrect information and what it can turn into. You can character assassinate somebody, there's so much judgment that can go on to somebody. You can destroy lives. Having said that, I also feel social media in particular also gives you an opportunity to justify yourself, but I don't know how many people will listen to you. So there are, for me, it's both sides. It is just about the audience that you have and how you personally consume it.
Right. On a very different note, or it's similar actually, there was a rumor there that Bollywood is khalas, finished, ho gaya, Bollywood का कुछ होने नहीं वाला है. There was this last year, we all faced it, though जितना भी चिल्ला के हमने बोला हो कैमरा के सामने कि नहीं ऐसा नहीं है, this is just a phase that everyone faces. It was difficult to convince the audience, it was difficult to convince each and everyone. What are your thoughts on that at present?
every point. Ever since I've been here, I've heard Bollywood is finished. Since I've been here, the Bombay industry is constantly being finished. So जब 82 when I came here, post जाने भी दो यारो, the video game, so video will finish it, television will finish it, streaming service will finish it. So I mean, new blood comes in, and new blood, the industry, if it becomes very, there's too much intermarriage, then races finish and the industry will also finish. I mean, there's too much intermarriage, there's too much, cohabiting amongst themselves. So I think you should allow new people to come in, new fresh faces will come in, and the industry will, I think it's going through a phase. It's going through a phase, and it'll change. And the medium will never die. People need stories. Delivery systems might change, right? See, the problem people don't get. The problem is that the state believes that cinema is a sinful activity. So you are taxed to death. So you can't have a theatre. You can't run a theatre. So many taxes. The real estate in Bombay is so expensive, right? So, etc., etc. They also sell popcorn at too much. You know, you can't sell popcorn and Coke at that price. So all of that, somewhere the industry has to sit down and take a cognizance. But mostly, I think the state should give a tax-free to this industry except for income tax, because it's a public service. You help people, you entertain them, you engross them for 2 hours. It's like a park, it's like a theatre, it's like a music hall, it's like a cinema hall, right? Why should that be taxed? Whoever makes money should pay income tax, right? Otherwise, you should make it easier for the, it's a civilizational thing. If we don't have our own films, if we don't have our own animation, if we don't have our own heroes, if children don't have our own heroes, if you don't encourage the animation industry in India, the kid that will grow up will only have Western heroes. He will grow up, then you'll say he's become westernized. But what did you give him? Nothing. So he'll have Walt Disney heroes. Right. So you should, give money to the guy who makes kids films. You should not tax him. It's a kind of social service. He's kind of educating kids. Why are you taxing the guy? My view.
Okay. What about Bhumi and Nawaz, sir?
I recently watched The Romantics, and there was this part where they were speaking about how, like, I think in the mid 80s, where there was this entire notion that, oh, like the Hindi film industry, people are not interested in watching their films, nobody was coming to the theatres. And then there was this one disruptive film that came and changed everything, and it restarted. I went through a similar experience right before my first film happened, when there were like, there was an entire genre of like Hosla Ka Ghosla, or like, Dam Laga Ke Haisha, or whatever of those films, or like, when Anurag's first films, like when a Devdi came in, right, there were like these new minds that always come and you bring a certain audience back. So I feel the Hindi film industry can never go away. We are stories, we are art, we are entertainers, and we are literally the very few mediums of entertainment in our country, So as sir rightly said, it is just about fresher stories coming in, newer minds coming in, us kind of going out of our comfort, because I've seen this every few years there's a certain formula that we all get used to, and we all try and go, it becomes like bhed chal, where we all are trying to do the same thing, then we realize it's not working, and one out of the box story or a small film, a big film, anything that kind of changes that wave happens, and then again we are back at it. So I feel this happens everywhere, in every industry. It is just, it's spoken more about us because we are in the public eye.
Yeah, agreed, totally. Sir?
मेरा थोड़ा सा कंफ्यूजन सा है अभी, मैंने इसके बारे में ज़्यादा कुछ सोचा नहीं.
Okay, all right. So, well, on that note, thank you so much, guys. It was lovely talking to you all, and still I have this that I want to watch the trailer. I wish that I watched the trailer and then, but look.
That question has to be directed somewhere that side.
Great, but I'm looking forward to Afwaah, and hope to see you all soon again. Thank you so much.